None of the top men were
Dude,
caught in the
wait, no,
raid.
get
They
on,
had
get on.
left
Tell
just
him,
in
tell him,
time.
tell Georgia
We would
you
get
don't
very,
have
very
Phoenix
close.
VK.
There were times
Tell him,
when
he's
we'd
giving
go
it
on
away.
operations and the coffee would still be hot in the location that we had hit. We would get that close. But, you know, Escobar had his informants out. If he was in a location where there was a lot of cleared land, he'd see us coming. If we flew in on helicopters, he would hear us coming.
There was nobody who gave information. You're snitching, you know, they drop you from an airplane.
He's asking
they kill
if
you
he
in
wants to
front of
give it
people
away.
So that other
Take it, Gabe.
traffickers, other, you know,
he
would-be
gave it away already.
informants would know that this guy hated, you know, informants. His war, and it was an all-out war, was based on one word: extradition. He did not want to get extradited to the United States. And when he killed the presidential candidate, Luis Carlos Galan, Galan was platforming for extradition.
Gabe, he's talking
The
to you.
assassinations, the bounties on police officers.
Georgia.
He downed an airplane, Avianca Airline. He put a bomb at the DAS building in Colombia, which is like their equivalent of FBI, killing hundreds of people. There's no real number that you can put on how many people he killed. I would say it's in the thousands. When he surrendered, I'll never forget, it was upsetting for us because of all the work we had done. Basically, you know, that's why Escobar surrendered.
Do you have
we're
Phoenix
getting
VK?
close to capturing him. The
you?
deal was, I'm gonna be in my own house. Nobody can come in and visit me. I'm gonna hire my own prison guards. He had chalets built on the side of the
How do you
prison.
have
He
it?
had
I
a
thought you
soccer
didn't have
field.
it.
He had the national Colombia soccer team
You said
come
you
in
didn't
on
have it.
weekends, on Sundays, and play with him. And we knew.
Did you just
nothing
buy
was
it?
gonna happen. He was gonna continue his drug trafficking activities.
See, look,
He
now
still was
Omni
gonna
V
kill
kits are going
people,
for
and now he's
32 mil.
protected. So
Instead
what
of
better
the
way?
27 I was
If you're
telling
a
you
trafficker,
before.
I'm having my own people with me. I can have my own parties, and parties they were having. I mean, he loved, I'd say, loved orgies. Not that that's a bad thing, right? But he loved, you know, they bring in, you know, the prostitutes, women. I mean, it wasn't a prison. It was a country club.
Colombianos. Mientras sea presidente de la
So the
República.
president made the decision of transferring him to a regular jail cell in Bogota. So he sends the Colombian military a colonel, and he sends the assistant minister of justice, a guy by the name of Eduardo.
Did all of your
Mendoza.
things sell?
When both of them get to the prison site, assistant minister of justice tells the military colonel, right? You're the colonel, you're the military guy. Go tell Escobar you're moving him to Bogota.
only one of them
The
sold.
colonel tells the minister of justice, the president didn't give me the orders. He gave them to you. And this guy's a small guy, no gun. So the minister of justice goes in
You lost
and
some money.
tells him.
How'd you lose
and Pablo
700K?
Escobar loses it again, goes into a fit. His
How'd you lose
sicarios are
700K?
telling him to kill the
Okay, I bought
assistant
myself.
minister of
I bought an
justice.
IG.
Pablo's
Yes,
telling
finally.
him, get the president on the phone. The president is not
What?
answering the phone in Bogota. So his prison guards, the guys
do
who
it.
he had hired,
So why does
get
he
in a
just buy
shootout
them?
with military. And obviously, people get killed. And Escobar and his sicarios walk out the front door. And the second search is on.
When Escobar
What?
escaped from his custom-built prison, initially there were a lot of opportunities that
What
were
happened?
missed. For example, telephone technology wasn't like it is
Gabe?
today with cell phones. This was back in the days of radio phones. So we could triangulate on his signal, but by the time we got troops out there, we could never find
They
the
killed-
guy. You know, they had a taxi
You ki-
cab.
they
in his
killed you?
garage. So Medellin's a big city like New York. Thousands of taxi cabs. Well, if he's talking on this radio phone and we triangulate on a position, by the time we get there, he could be
Dude,
5
fly.
miles down the road. And he's blending in with traffic because
Did you take both of them out?
You know?
We instructed our officers to go after everybody who worked for
What was his
Escobar.
name?
We're going to dismantle his people. Cell heads, distributors, money launderers in Miami. Go after the sicarios.
It was getting to the point where he didn't have the resources that he'd always
Okay, one
had before
second.
to call
I don't have
on
gear, bruh.
when he needed things. He didn't have immediate access to cash. He didn't have immediate access to bodyguards.
We're intercepting calls,
Oh, I
messages.
feel so bad, dude.
He had the empire. He just couldn't get it.
As that manhunt continued on, there was a group called Los Pepis that was formed.
Do you have a screen
Pepe
recorder?
stands for People Persecuted by Pablo Escobar. What Los
So,
Pepis did
screen
is
record
they
it.
employed the same terrorist activities that Escobar employed against the